Now we shall consider some special types of stochastic processes. Now process with independent increments. If t1, t2, tn are different time periods, so that t1 less than t2 less than t3 less than tn, and if the random variables xt2 minus xt1, xt3 minus xt2, xt4 minus xt3 and xtn minus xtn minus 1, these are independent random variables, then the process is said to have a process with independent increments. Take the example, suppose xt is the number of customers arrive at a bank counter in time 0 to t. So xt1 here, that is equal to number of customers arrive in time 0 to t1. xt2, number of customers arrive in time 0 to t2. So xt2 minus xt1, that will give you the number of customers arrive from time t1 to t2. Similarly, xt3 minus xt2, it gives the number of customers arrive in between time t2 to t3. So here the number of customers arrived at the bank counter at different time intervals, they are independent of each other. So this is a process with independent increments. Then consider what is a second order process. So random variables, we study the property of the random variables in terms of its moments specifically. So second order moment processes means the random variables that we consider in the stochastic process, they have a finite second order moments. That means expectation of xt square is finite. Second order moment exists and finite. If for a stochastic process this second order moment exists and finite, then we say that it is a second order process. So since the higher order moment exists, then lower order moment must exist. So since the second order moment exists, first order also must exist. So that means if variance exists, then mean definitely exists. So mean function of the process, second order process, we can write mt equal to expectation of xt. And we denote the covariance function cst, that is equal to covariance of xs and xt, t and s at different time periods. That is equal to expectation of xs into xt minus expectation of xs into expectation of xt, that is equal to cst. So just like the variance covariance of x and y, in place of x we are taking xs, in place of y we are taking xt. So a covariance function for a second order process also exists and also finite. So this covariance function, if you take s equal to t, this becomes equal to the variance of the process. So this covariance function has some specific properties. The first property is the covariance function is symmetric in t. That means if we interchange the time period, we take st and ts, just interchange the time, then it is a symmetric process. cst equal to cts. We can apply Cauchy inequality here. Covariance of xy less than equal to root over a variance of x into variance of y. Like this, we can say here CST less than equal to root over a CSS and CTT. So covariance function is a non-negative definite. That means if AJ, AK, A1, A2, AN are n constants, then this summation I equal to 1 to n, k equal to 1 to n, aj ak, c tj tk minus expectation of j equal to 1 to n aj xtj, this square, this is always greater than equal to 0. So this is non-negative definitely. So covariance function, if you write in the matrix form, that matrix is non-negative definitely. So closure property is this sum and product of two covariance functions is also a covariance function. Now let us consider the concept of stationarity. The simplest concept of stationarity is the covariance stationary or weak sense stationary, weakly stationary or wide sense stationary. A stochastic process is said to be covariance stationary if its mean function mt is independent of t and its covariance function CST is a function of the time difference t minus s for all values of s and t. So that means CST equal to f of t minus s. So for any time t0, we can have Cs plus t0, t plus t0. So t0 is the increment we take. That is also equal to CST. For any arbitrary values of t1, t2, tn time periods, here if the joint distribution of xt1, xt2, xtn and xt1 plus h, xt2 plus h, xtn plus h, this is the same for all h greater than 0, then the stochastic process is said to be a stationary of order n. Stationarity of order n. So this stationarity property is a little bit stronger than the covariance stationary. Covariance stationary we consider only upon the first two moments. Mean function is independent of t and the covariance function is the function of the time difference. But here we are considering the joint distribution. So distribution will be same, means definitely the mean and covariance, all of them will be stationary. So stationarity, it refers to the concept of this, that means some sort of statistical equilibrium. So if we take only n equal to 2 particular case, the joint distribution of the two random variables xt1, xt2 and x is same as the joint distribution of xt1 plus h and xt2 plus h. So here it is a stationary process and stationarity of order 2. This is a in stationarity we consider the joint distribution. So a process is stationary of order n means it will be definitely the covariance stationary. But the reverse, when the process is covariance stationary, we cannot say the process will be a stationary process, maybe or may not be. So next, consider the Gaussian process. Gaussian process, that means here the random variables with the stochastic process xt1, xt2, xtn, these random variables, n random variables follows a multivariate normal distribution. So then the process, stochastic process xt t belongs to t is called as a Gaussian process. The Markov process. So stochastic process xt t belongs to t is a Markov process if the given value xs, the value of xt t greater than s do not depend upon the value of xu where a u less than s. When the value x s is known to us, the value of xt t greater than s does not depend upon xu, u less than s. Then future value does not depend upon the past values. When x s is known to us. So that means the conditional distribution of xt t greater than s, xt depends upon the time or the value at time n, not at the time u, where u less than n. So the probability a less than equal to t less than equal to p, so distribution of xt, given xt1 equal to x1, xtn equal to xn, this is equal to probability xt lies between a to b given xtn equal to xn. So this probability does not depend upon xt1 equal to x1, xt2 equal to x2 up to xtn equal to xn minus 1. So these values we do not require. Only we consider xtn equal to xn. So this is a Markov property, and this stochastic process, which is a discrete parameter satisfying this Markov property, is a Markov chain. So now take this example xn n greater than equal to 1. So xn here uncorrelated random variables with zero mean and unit variance. So here we consider CNM, covariance of xn, xm. So that is equal to expectation of xn xm. So this will be equal to 0 if m not equal to n, because when, and 1 when m equal to n. So m not equal to n, expectation of xn into xm, m not equal to n means m and n are independent. So expectation of xn and xm will be equal to expectation of xn into expectation of xm, that will be 0. And when this m equal to n, this becomes expectation of xn square, that is variance of xn, that is equal to 1. So here the mean function mt equal to expectation of xn, that is equal to 0. So mean function is independent of t, and the covariance function CNM, it is a constant, that is 1. So it is also a function, we can say function of n minus m. So this is a stationary process. Consider another example, this Poisson process. So Poisson process, take probability xt equal to n, e to the power minus at to the power n by n factorial. So here mean is equal to mean of xt equal to at, variance of xt is also equal to at, mean equal to variance, both at. At means these are functions of t. So this process is not a stationary process, because the mean equal to at, which is a function of t. For stationarity, mean function should be independent of t. T should not be there. So this is not a stationary process. This process is called as evolutionary. Take another example. Xt equal to a1 plus a2t, where a1 and a2 are independent random variables with the expectation of capital AI equal to small ai, and variance of ai equal to sigma I square, I equal to 1, 2. So mean function mt equal to expectation of xt. So expectation of a1 plus a2t, that will be equal to small a1 plus small a2 t. Now here the mean function is also, it is a function of t. So this process is also a non-stationary process. we can find the covariance function here also. Expectation of xt into xs. So xt equal to a1 plus a2t, xs equal to a1 plus a2s. Then we multiply expectation of a1 square. So variance of a1 square, a1 equal to expectation of a1 square minus expectation of a1 whole square. So expectation of a1 square equal to variance of a1 plus expectation of a1 square. So sigma 1 square plus a1 square. Similarly, variance of a2 will be expectation of a2 square minus expectation of a2 square. So expectation of a2 square will be sigma 2 square plus a2 square. So now expectation of xt square equal to expectation of a1 plus a2t whole square. So that will be by squaring we can find the expectation of xt whole square equal to this sigma 1 square plus a1 square plus t square sigma 2 square plus a2 square plus 2a1 a2. So variance of xt we can get this sigma 1 square plus t square sigma 2 square. So this process is not a stationary process because the mean function mt equal to a1 plus a2t, it is a function of t. So this process is not a stationary process. Now we find the covariance function CST for this process. So this is also equal to sigma 1 square plus st sigma 2 square. So here also it depends upon s and t. It is not a function of t minus s. So this is not a stationary process. This process is evolutionary. Take another example. Xt equal to a cos omega t plus b sin omega t, where a and b are uncorrelated random variables with zero mean and variance 1. And omega is a positive constant. So what will be the mean function? Mean function mt will be equal to expectation of xt. So that will be equal to this expectation of a cos omega t plus b sin omega t. So that means expectation of a, this will be equal to 0, expectation of b is also 0. So expectation of xt equal to 0. So mean function is equal to 0 here. Now expectation of xt into xs. So expectation of xt, a cos omega t plus b sin omega t equal into a cos omega s plus b sin omega s. Now we multiply. So that equal to cos s minus t to omega. If we find the covariance function CST equal to cos xt, covariance of xt xs, that is equal to cos s minus t of omega. So here this process covariance function is a function of time difference s minus t. So this process is a covariance stationary process. Take this another example. Xt, t belongs to t, where probability xt equal to n equal to at to the power n minus 1 divided by 1 plus at to the power n plus 1, n equal to 1, 2, 3 up to so on, and at by 1 plus t for n equal to 0. So expectation of xt we find tn equal to 0 to infinity all possible values of n into probability xt equal to n, value of the random variable into its probability. So 0 into probability of 0 plus 1 into probability of 1 plus 2 into probability of 2, like this. Then we simplify. So here we take common 1 plus at whole square and then 1 plus 2 into this up to so on. So this becomes equal to, now expectation of x square t. We proceed in the same way. So we get variance of xt equal to expectation of x square t minus expectation of xt whole square. 1 plus 280 minus 1, that will be 280. So here this is variance is also a function of t. So this is not a stochastic, this is stationary process. This is evolutionary. Now in this lecture we came to know what is a stochastic process, what are the different types of stochastic process depending upon the time and the state space, that is S and T. We define four types of stochastic process: discrete time, discrete state space; continuous time, discrete state space; continuous time, continuous state space; and discrete time, continuous state space. So four types. Then we consider some special types of stochastic processes. It is a second order process. Then concept of stationarity, then Gaussian process, and then we give different examples of stationary processes and some processes which are not stationary. So thank you for enjoying the lecture. Thank you.